Alright folks, how we doing? Mr. Carter here, ready to help you with Fluency and Skills Practice Lesson 31.2. Go ahead and put your name on this if you haven't yet already. And let's begin. Alright, so it's asking you, so this one's called Drawing Angles. And they're asking you here to use a protractor to draw an angle with each measure. So the first angle they're asking us to draw is an angle of 65 degrees. So I'm going to take my protractor. I'm actually going to start way down here, and I'm doing that on purpose so that there's room to draw a line and all of that stuff. So what you want to do when you're drawing an angle is you want to start with your vertex and your bottom ray over here. So that's what I'm going to do. So I have my protractor. I'm going to put a dot, or I should say a point, here that's going to be our vertex, and I'm putting it right where that line is on the protractor. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave my protractor there, and I'm going to draw the ray going horizontally this way. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to find out where on this part of the protractor I'm going to need to draw my ray, and I'm looking for 65 degrees. Now, since I know 65 is less than 90, here's your 90 degree mark. I know that from here, we're going to use the bottom numbers. So we're going to start at 0 and go to 90. So I'm going to look for 65 somewhere over here. So I'm going to jump right up here to 60. I know that 65 is between 60 and 70. As a matter of fact, I know that these big lines are at the halfway point. So I know that 65 will be right here at this line here. And I'm going to draw a dot here, and that's going to be important. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my protractor and I'm going to take it off my bottom ray here. And I'm just going to draw my second ray where I put that dot. And yeah, it's going to go in the directions and all that, and that's okay. All right, so I'm going to now draw a straight line using my protractor going from the vertex to where 65 degrees is. And again, if you want to double check it, you can kind of see here, again, that it's 65 degrees. So that means this here is 65 degrees. All right, now I'm going to do 30 degrees. So again, I'm going to start way here at the bottom. And again, I'm going to draw my vertex right at that point, and I'm not going to move my protractor. I'm going to leave it right there, and I'm going to draw that starting ray, that 0 degree point, that starting one. And then again, I'm looking for a 30, and I know again, I'm going to go this way. I'm starting from 0 and I'm going up to here to 30. So I see 10, 20, 30 right here. So I'm going to put a dot at that 30. And again, you might be confused and say, okay, well, that's 30 and 150, but I know that I'm using this dot as the 30, as this point on the protractor as a 30 degree mark, because it's less than 90, right? So again, I'm going to now pick up my protractor, and I'm going to use my protractor as a straight edge, and I'm going to draw my angle, and again, that is 30 degrees. All right. Now here is 125 degrees, and I'm going to position my protractor a little bit differently. I'm going to put my protractor over here on this side, which means I'm going to have my vertex over on this side, and I'm doing that on purpose. And again, I'm going to draw my bottom ray. All right. Now again, I'm going to go this way. You could go the other way if you wanted to, but I'm going to go this way, and I know that I need to go past 90. I'm going to use my bottom numbers, 10. So I'm starting here at 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. And I'm going to go all the way until I get to 125. So here's my 90 degree. Here's 100, 110, 120. And I know that 125 is going to be right here between 130 and 120. So again, I know it's kind of, they don't give you enough room, but that's okay. So we're just going to draw it in the middle of our other angle here. And then just going to draw a line this way. So I know that going from here, this was our 0 to here, is 125 degrees. And it went into our other one, and that's okay. All right, so I'm going to have you try the rest on your own. So we have 95 degrees here, 115 degrees, 150 degrees here. And go ahead and try 7 and 8 as well. And what we'll do is we'll talk about those after you try them on your own. All right, folks, welcome back. So here's what 95 degrees looks like. Really close to that perfect corner, that 90-degree angle, but it's just slightly larger than that. 15 is blurry, sorry about that. It's a small angle, right? So if you start here, and I'm just going to prove it using my protractor. So 15 degrees, again, putting your dot here, drawing your line. It's right here. Start at 0 and go between 10 and 20. And this one is 150 degrees. So again, I started and I chose to go on this side of the protractor from 0 all the way over here to 150. All right. Now, when asked to draw an angle that measures 70 degrees, a student drew this angle here. And explain the student's error. So this is a mistake, right? This is not 70 degrees. So here's my explanation. So the student read the protractor incorrectly. Put a period there. 70 degrees and 110 are at the same place on the protractor, but they didn't notice that the angle is larger than 90 degrees. So again, so your perfect corner would be like right here, this 90 degree. But I'm going to prove it to you again with this protractor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just draw, and I'm going to extend out this right here. And when you put the protractor on it, you can see, again, 70 and 110 are at the same spot. But this is not 70. We should be using this bottom number here because it's larger than a 90-degree angle. So there we go. Number 8, asking you to draw an angle with a measure that's less than 90 but greater than 60. So I'm going to do that on the back because they didn't give us so much space. So I started it out here. Again, here's my vertex, and I drew a line going like that. So they wanted an angle that was smaller than 90 degrees, but larger than 60. So anywhere in between 60 and 90 degrees works. So I'm just going to put one here. Let's just do at that 70 degree mark. So again, it's 70, not 110, right? Because we're doing less. So I'm just going to put one here, and here we go. And there we have our angle that is 70 degrees. It's, again, smaller than 90, but larger than 60. And again, your angle might be different. It might be 80, it might be 75. Anywhere between that range is great. All right, friends, hope this was helpful. If you have questions, reach out to your teacher. Take care.